Okay, any other discussion?
Your Honor, and I don't know how binding my motion was, but I'd like to make it clear that in all negotiations with any entity regarding Altenheim go through you. If I were negotiating a deal with what you just said, Commissioner, I would get up from the table and walk away. I have never heard anybody talk to one party looking to buy a piece of property saying, well, what can we do about bringing other people in to take the control of the property you want to buy away? I can't see that being a logical way to negotiate a piece of property. So I want to make it clear that on all conditions and all representations of that piece of property, you are the conduit speaking to any entity that is interested in participating in purchase or use of that property.
Okay.
Mayor, if I may.
Commissioner Jalali.
I don't believe we can pass, you know, the use of public property, that does not fall within the responsibilities of the mayor. You know, we're going to get into a little battle here. If that's the case, then I am the commissioner of public property. It's more than within my right to talk to people about the possible use of public property. So that I will continue to do that.
So you're going to continue to contact Fenwick, Dominican, the park, representing yourself as a
the commissioner of public property. That's who I'll be representing myself as.
Wow.
Any other discussion?
Mayor, do I need to second Commissioner Hostey's clarification of his motion?
I think that the clerk had thoroughly documented the first time around. Commissioners, I mean, most likely what I'll end up doing, provided on the outcome of the vote on the motion, is, you know, if the motion is successful, you know, authorizing me as to be the single source point of contact, what I will do is communicate with all of those entities to let them know, well, I'll re-communicate with those entities and, you know, advise them that by official action, you know, I have been appointed to be the sole source of contact, and that any commissioner is free individually, you know, to call them or write them or go visit them, but really you're doing so as an individual. You're not doing so with any authority of the Village of Forest Park. And I will do that because certainly, you know, I think that any party, whether it's our Park District, Fenwick, or Dominican, I think likewise they want to kind of have a single source of contact also, which they do on their side. That, you know, they've appointed somebody to be, you know, the kind of the chief negotiator. So unless there's any further discussion, I'll have the clerk call the roll.
Mayor, if I may.
Commissioner Jalali.
Can we read the content of the motion? And I'm just doing this, Mayor, so that we don't have any issues. The motion was, and you're free to revise it. It's better that it be clarified as opposed to look for a loophole here. Your motion was to say the sole representative for the sale of the property. That's the motion we have before us, but I'd like the clerk to confirm that.
That's not what I said. I said sole.
That's exactly what you said.
What do you have?
I have that the mayor be the sole representative of the Village of Forest Park to negotiate the sale at the direction of the Village Council.
And any outside use, I'm sorry, and any interested party in an outside use. I hate to leave that loophole.
Any interested party in what?
In a negotiated use. If somebody wants to rent it, lease it, borrow it, burn it, build it, buy it.
In a negotiated use.
So that's the intent of your original motion.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, let's take the time. Let's get the intent right. Why don't you restate what you have?
I hereby move that the mayor be the sole representative of the Village of Forest Park to negotiate the sale I should put of the Altenheim property.
Sale or negotiated use.
At the direction of the Village Council and any interested party in a negotiated use.
And the final thought was that the mayor be the conduit of information back to this council. And I believe that was on the tape if you'd like to listen to it.
And that the mayor be the what?
Conduit of information back to the council.
All right, the chair is going to, rule that we're going to treat this as an amendment to the main motion. And so in that case, I would need a second to the amendment.
Second, Your Honor.
Okay, so we have a second to the amendment. And do you think, Madam Clerk, that you can find a point in there where you've got the primary motion and then the amendment to the motion? I think so. I believe so. Okay, so we have a motion and a second to amend the main motion. We'll have discussion on the amendment to the main motion.
Mayor,
Commissioner Curry.
would it be more beneficial to restrict this amendment and say all communication on behalf of the village shall be through the mayor's office, both to and from? So any communication from the village concerning this property will be through the mayor's office. Or is this good enough?
You have a good question, but I think really anybody individually, as an individual, could write to whomever they want to, including whether it's Fenwick, Dominican, and/or the Park District of Forest Park. I will have an obligation to at least put the entities that have approached us on notice, that I've been given the authority, if that's how you so vote tonight, that I've been given the authority. And so if there is any extracurricular communications, it's individual communications, without any authority of the village government. Does that help?
Yeah, but Commissioner Talalian said his intent, or intent's my word, not his, was to communicate with these other entities as Commissioner of Public Property.
You can't prohibit, well, yeah, but there's no, there really is no authority of the local government.
Okay.
In terms of having negotiations for the use of the land or the proposed sale or rental of the property.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Any further discussion? If there's
Mayor,
none,
I'm sorry.
Commissioner
Mayor,
Talalian.
Just that it's going to come, obviously it will come eventually. I'd just like to have the attorney's input on passing an ordinance which is in conflict with the commission form of government and their duties and responsibilities of the commissioners.
Commissioner Talalian, this is not a conflict with the commission form of government. It's not degrading your duties and your obligations. This is a motion by this council to authorize the mayor to conduct negotiations. Ultimately, this is all going to come back to you again. You're going to have to go through the actual approval process. Should you find a purchaser upon agreeable terms, all in open session again to be able to approve a project. But right now, all you're doing is authorizing a point of contact for those kind of issues.
But again, you talked about the sale, and we're crossing in from sale to, and that's why I asked for a clarification on the motion, that we're crossing in from sale into use. And I think that's where we cross over into the responsibilities of the Commissioner of Public Property. But we can't work that. We won't work this out now. We'll fight it at another time if it infringes on my responsibilities as a Commissioner of Public Property.
Any further discussion? If there is none, the clerk will call the roll on the amendment to the main motion.
Commissioner Hoskins?
Aye.
Commissioner Curry?
Aye.
Commissioner Hosty?
Aye.
Commissioner Talalian?
No.
Mayor Calderon?
Aye. Okay, that's a vote on the amendment to the main motion. Now we're going to go back to the main motion, and we'll call the vote on the main motion
As amended.
as amended.
And we still have, okay. Hosty and Curry. Commissioner Hoskins?
Aye.
Commissioner Curry?
Aye.
Commissioner Hosty?
Aye.
Commissioner Tillalian?
No.
Mayor Calderon?
Aye.